Hello everyone, I80386SX. And this video is going to be a little bit different. Had I not put a title on the video, well, that's mandatory anyway, you probably will wonder why. Some of my people that know me extremely well already know what's going to happen, even if they were Ray Charles. So, as you can tell, we're going down a very obscure Wisconsin highway. So, that means one of three things for B. Yeah, four, I guess. One, a family member has to do something very important. I do have family that lives on this highway somewhere, I believe. Two, I just was extremely bored and wanted to go on a ride on one of the curviest highways in Wisconsin. Three, I found something cool in Shiocton or Black Creek, and I had to drive to go get it. Or four, it's time for Bit History. Well, with the title, Dead Giveaway, we're going to Bit History today. But I wanted to do something a little bit different, and for those that are traveling long ways away to go do this, and just give you a sneak peek at what's inside Bit History. I'm going to probably harp on gas prices and some of the stuff that's, hey, we need to do in a pinch, go here. So, yes, if you are traveling from, well, really anywhere, if you're probably either coming from south or north or west. Otherwise, you're traveling from Lake Michigan. So 99 and 9/10 of you will be using Highway 41 or Highway 10, depending on what direction you're coming from. Do your fill-ups in Appleton. Trust me, you'll see that later, and you'll see why I say do your fill-ups in Appleton. I'm also obligated by Wisconsin state law to say that Quick Trips are far superior to any convenience store in the world. Quick Trips are basically our Wawas for those that are on the East Coast. But, make sure you follow your GPS very carefully, even though some roads may be off, slightly obsolete. For example, Pioneer Road, which is where this place used to be, is now on Highway T. There's a couple little things I'm going to point out as well. But, I think I've blabbed enough with this, so I am going to show you the next thing that I found. Okay, this is case in point on make sure your GPSs are up to date. They may not be anyway, but if you're running around with a GPS that's a year or more out of date, you're going to have a bad time. If you're from the Fox Cities, Wisconsin, you'll know exactly where this is. This used to be the Wisconsin 15 or Highway 15. It is not anymore, as you can tell. Going across is now Highway Double J. But chances are you're probably not going through Hortonville to go to Bit History unless you're from that area, and if you probably already know this anyway. But again, case in point, get those GPSs updated, and that'll be your best defense for navigating our roads that are constantly changing for some reason. Now, another tip too, don't speed through Hortonville if you gotta go through it. That's all. Just don't speed. But, yeah, Highway 15 is getting a much-needed upgrade. It was bumper to bumper back in 2007 when I had to drive through it every day for work, so yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough, so I'm going to cut this off to the next scene. Woo, we're almost there. That was kind of hard to tell on this camera, but we're in Winnebago County. That's the county that has Bit History Surplus Museum in it. Actually, technically one of two counties, but I don't want to advertise the other locations. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, so I'm going to leave it at that. But this is probably one of the very few that go to this that has this view. Probably looks a lot nicer in the summer, but we get to drive through a swamp. And another fair warning, the next road that almost everybody will travel, including yours truly here in about 3 minutes from now, you're going to go up to County Road Double I. Some GPS programs are going to call this County Road 2. There is no such thing as a county road with a number in it in the state of Wisconsin. They're all letters. And as you could tell maybe earlier on, if you paid attention, if you didn't, you can always review it if you're really interested in seeing random driving in Wisconsin in the November months. Everything, all county roads have a letter in them. Oh yeah, Watch for deer. Rut season's upon us. And when deer are looking for tail, trust me, they don't stop for anything. So, little word to the wise there. We're almost there, so I am going to stop this portion of the tour and move on to our next portion of the tour. So, at this point, you can probably safely tell that I did a dumb. Okay, now you can officially tell that I did a dumb. See, this is another GPS trick. Highway T, if you're coming from the west, it's actually going to be marked right where Larsen goes. So, I'm going to show you something here in about maybe a few seconds from now. So if you're looking for Highway T, it's actually marked twice. If you don't see that big gray and red building and that barn that you're seeing right now, then you're going on the wrong Highway T. If you look to the left, you can barely tell mine, but if it says Pioneer Road to your left, you're on the right path. See, now we are in Highway T, so the correct Highway T. I actually did miss the turn. I also want to do something a little bit fun. Count the bars versus grocery store things that you typically have in small town Wisconsin, but I got a phone call and that I had to take. Yeah, mother-in-laws sometimes don't take no for answers when they're trying to get cheap automotive work. And I'm one of those backyard mechanics that just knows enough just to be dangerous. So I don't know why, unless she's trying to save some money or be impatient. I'm not sure, but that's not. Other than that, that's not important for the story. So and you see right up to the right here, you're going to see the building. So you're going to look for that red roof and I don't know, that tannish color. I don't know what that color exactly is, but it's not sticking to me right now. But the little palette to your left is a dead giveaway. Yeah, I'll just call it a tannish / red color. So if you see this building, you're in the right place.
You know you're at the right place when you see a pallet full of computers. I had a gateway like the one in the back once.
Alright, to the stuff that everyone cares about. CRTs, some towers, a mix of Pentium 4s, some 386s behind me. It's an IBM 5151, I believe, in that collection somewhere. We're about to get to Mac stuff here. A couple G5 towers. And I confirm that as such. And we're getting to the Mac corner. Well, of course, there's a Dell first. And G3, a CRT, whole bunch of Macintosh Pluses, some Apple IIe stuff, my finger, and more Apple stuff. Behind me shortly, you will see some floppy drives, joysticks, more towers, keyboards. And I'm going to cut the video out pretty short because there's people showing up and I don't want them on camera if they don't want to. So there's one more aisle, but here it is in a nutshell. So, and in a moment here, I'm going to be passing the first gas station that is anywhere near the Fox Cities. As you can tell, or maybe you can't, it's $3.04 a gallon. Back where I came from, it's considerably higher than that. So if you, by all means, you want to download Gas Buddy when you come up here, I know it's only a couple dollars difference at most, but money is money. So I'm going this way because I have other errands to run, but and then I'll fill up at the cheapest place I can find. So, but yes, get your fuel there. Got to visit a Quick Trip, Wisconsin state law. You know the whole drill there. So. And follow the GPS. The way you came in may not necessarily be the way you go out. It's just the way things are built in the Fox Cities. So, we settled on a Shell in downtown Appleton for my fill-up, and we're going to make this even cheaper yet. Stand by for a magic trick. Yes, $2.98. Go get one of those Shell gas cards if you haven't already. Alright, one more thing to show. It's another gas price one. I told you I was going to be harping on the gas prices here. And this is why you fill up in certain places. I know some states it's pretty much the same across the board. Wisconsin is anything but. So this is a Shell station right outside of Shawano, Wisconsin. That's about an hour north of Appleton. remember, I filled up for $2.98. It's a very nice Arby's, though, I'll give it that much, but you shall see in about 2 seconds what the price difference is going to be here. Diesel's $4.29, that's pretty competitive, but $3.19 a gallon. Now multiply that by 10 or more, or in some cases with your trucks and SUVs, a lot more. So, yes, so you want to do your fill-ups in Appleton, and this is why. Save yourself those few dollars, and I'd rather you hand your dollars to Garrett and company than the big gas companies that don't need it. So, yeah, I think I harped on that enough.
Cosmetic issues on the oldest of the systems, so that'll be something we get to clean up, or maybe we'll just, depending on what we find with the one below it, we might just have to do a component swap, or I don't know yet. We'll see. But we gotta get to 1,000 subscribers before these things see the light of day again. That's gonna be the deal I'm gonna make. Get me up to 1,000, and then we'll see how we want to do this. I'm not entirely sure if I want to go with it with a live feed type deal, or maybe do the traditional YouTube, but as soon as we get to 1,000, these guys can come out to play again. But there's some other stuff that we did get, and 2 keyboards to continue with the tradition of this channel. It's a compact branded keyboard, fits perfectly good with the ProLinear 425S. Got something else for that guy too. Got an AT style keyboard because I legit didn't know if I owned one or not. Oh no, this one's got a crack in it. That's probably fixable. So I have an AT style keyboard that I could use with these to restore them if they're not too far gone. Got a brand new copy of Windows 95. I'm going to guess it is the OSR2 or OS25. Probably OSR2, considering this is 1997. Windows 95 Companion. We'll see. But we got one of those because I can always use that. And we have 2 CD-ROMs here. Actually, one's a CD burner. We got this guy here for basically nothing. The Hewlett-Packard 9200 series. It is a SCSI interface. No power cord. Takes a specialized power cord. And on the unit on top, I had to ask for this one special, but Garrett was nice enough to go find one. It's another SCSI unit. It's a Samuel. I'm hoping that the ProLinear 425S will take this guy, because I've had a straight up bad luck with Toshiba drives. Whether they just flat out fail, whether they crack, whether I get mad at them, or whether they just fall apart on their own. I just can't do it anymore, so we tried a different approach, and this one's basically free, so there's that. But yeah, this is the downside. This is the potential backup plan, because this one has a special power brick that I probably am never going to find in a million years. I may just strip this unit out and put it in that machine. Be a little bit of a waste, though, putting a burner in a 486, but oh well. So, that should be pretty much it. Oh yeah, I have some final thoughts, too, so just kidding. There was an IBM complete with docking station. Let me bring a picture of this thing up. Let's see here. I gotta go on my other phone here. Oh yeah. Whoever had this Blazer, this thing is badass, and I absolutely despise GM products, but that is an awesome looking Blazer, so whoever had that was amazing. Yeah, compact portable too, which I assumed was way out of my price range, so I left that alone. But there's this IBM laptop, let's see here, I gotta zoom in here. It's a 360 CE, I think the hard drive died or something with the memory went on it, because it was stuck on the Windows 95 splash screen, but that is basically IBM's version, if I'm not mistaken, it's IBM's version of the compact smart station. So, yeah, that's a cool little machine that was there. They also had a couple IBM 5151s there that they went up. Garrett was asking $200 for those, so there's some interesting stuff there. So maybe he has the next one. I'm probably not going to be able to make it to that next one, but depending on when he has it next. But there's some cool IBM stuff there too, and a lot of Mac stuff. And I did a quick sweep of the store. I didn't want to put anybody on camera. I didn't want to be on camera, especially in my world here that people are camera shy, so I don't want to get in their personal space. But yeah, fun group. Got to see the Wisconsin Computer Club people. And we get some toys to play with as soon as we hit 1,000. At least these 3 anyway. So keep those subscribers counts up. If you have any questions or comments or constructive criticism, as always, feel free to put it in the comment section. I do apologize for harping on gas prices a little bit. I know it's a menial savings, but it's a savings. It is savings, so maybe I don't apologize for it. I don't know, but I know I did rant on about gas a lot. But yeah, being a semi-local of the area, I could give you a few tips and pointers as well. If you want to go on a drinking binge, this place is about 15 minutes away from one of the drunkest cities in America. If that's your thing. But yeah, feel free to hit me up in the comments section, and I will give you any pointers. And if you want any inside tips, I will see what I can do for you. But that is the BitHistory Surplus trip in a nutshell. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you there if you can make it. And have a good one.